Hey there hunters, Lord here, back with a new set video, coming fresh from Title Update 4. Today's video will cover the new Risen Valstrax armor, and just how broken it is for all elemental builds, but especially for Charge Blade. Now before I begin, this is kind of a side grade or slight downgrade. If you go for full Dereliction and Strife build with Bloodlust, that'll definitely net you some higher elemental damage overall. But this is a really huge damage boost to sets that don't require you to drain your health. That's right, still huge damage numbers, but no Bloodlust or Dereliction required. That's really the true appeal of the Risen Valstrax set over the more risky sets. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. The Risen Valstrax armor comes with some insane skills and slots, but most importantly, it has a brand new skill called Dragon Conversion. At level 3 on our red scroll, it takes all your elemental resistances and drops them to 0. You then get the resistance that you lost back as elemental attack by a factor of 25%. Now this is lower at levels 1 and 2 of Dragon Conversion, so I would definitely recommend for always shooting for level 3. Now to make an example, let's say you had plus 16 to your fire resistance. On red scroll this would drop it to 0, but you would get plus 4 element for the 16 fire resistance you lost, as well as the same additionally for any other element resistances. And this is not fire resistance gives fire attack, ice resistance gives ice attack. Whatever resistance you have will go towards the specific element of whatever weapon you are using. This gives us a huge elemental boost without having to go for any health draining skills, allowing for much better survivability on these level 200 plus afflicted monsters. Then on your blue scroll, at level 1 you get plus 3 to element resistance, plus 5 at level 2, and plus 10 at level 3 of Dragon Conversion. You'll probably use this less, but it is there if you need it. Now onto the set. I'll be covering 2 sets today. The first is going to be a super simple build that requires no curious augments and a very basic charm that everyone can make regardless of your RNG luck. And the second is my personal mix set, which I will use to showcase to you guys how you can mix in this new Dragon Conversion skill with other armor pieces and with curious augments to make this set even stronger. So starting off with the budget set, your weapon is going to be any elemental charge blade that you like. If you want to know the best for each element, I've made a video in the past in a previous title update that shows in a list the best for each element, so go check that out. I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description. Now for the example set, I'm going with the base Valstrax charge blade for dragon element, so just be aware that decos may change based on the element of charge blade you choose and the slots that you have, but I will cover that more as we get through the set. You're going to slot in a Bloodening Jewel and your anti-species deco of choice. Then all 5 armor pieces are the new Risen Valstrax armor, which is super simple, and we get a plus 3 bonus to all elemental resistances for having 5 pieces of the same armor set, which is really big for our red scroll boost. In the head, you're going to slot a hard element jewel and a tenderizer deco. In the chest, you'll slot in a magazine plus, and then in this empty level 4 slot, you'll want a hard elemental resistance decoration. Now this will be matchup dependent. Think fire resist for Flaming Espinas, thunder resistance for Zinogre, or like ice resistance for Aurora Somnicant. This will give you plus 20 elemental resistance, which gives you a bonus plus 5 elemental attack at that 25%. I left it empty so I could really go better into depth about it here, so just drop in a hard elemental resistance jewel for your matchup here, get extra element and plus 10 defense. It's really easy. Now for the arms, you're going to want to slot in a Wirebug Plus, Element, and Brace decos. The waist, you'll fit in a Chain Jewel Plus, which is new with Title Update 4, then a Spiritbird Call and Cornerstone decos. Again, the level 1 decos you can really feel free to change out, but I feel like it's nice to have these. In the legs, you're going to go for an Element Exploit Plus and an Element Exploit Jewel. However, if your weapon doesn't have a free level 3 deco or a level 2 deco that you could slot this element 2 into, you can slot in the Bloodening Jewel here for only a minus 2.5% element decrease on hit zones over 20, but allowing you to get some HP back when attacking broken parts. Finally, the Talisman is just a Weakness Exploit 2 with level 2 slot, in which you will fit the final level of Wirebug Whisper. Now, all in all, before augments or an upgraded charm, you will have Attack Boost level 6, Element Attack level 5, Latent Power at level 4, then Crit Boost, Weakness Exploit, Stamina Surge, Dragon Resistance, Stun Resistance, Wirebug Whisper, Element Exploit, and Dragon Conversion all at level 3. You'll have 2 levels of Load Shells and Burst, then topped it all off with a level to Flinch Free, Bloodright, Defiance, and Spiritbird Call. This set is super insane, and this is even before you really customize it with your curious augments, your better charms, and even slotting in extra armor pieces. Now let's take a look at my personal mix set. Again, you don't have to use this. I'm not claiming it's the best, but I really want to kind of showcase how you can use the new skill with older skills and other armor pieces to make an even better set. As you can see, I've dropped the Risen Valstrax arms and legs to fit in the Scorned Magnamalo arms and the Risen Kushala legs. This way I can get Wind Mantle from the legs for faster Wirebug regeneration. I also got an augment for Bloodlust, which drives my element even higher, but again, you don't have to use that, that's okay. And then if I swap to Blue Scroll, I still get an element boost from Mail of Hellfire, so if I need that extra element resistance for some monsters Ultra, like Velkhana's Ice Ultra, I can quick swap to the Blue Scroll, get that extra element resistance, but still have some extra element attack from Mail of Hellfire. Again, this is just what I prefer. You may go for something different, and that's totally fine. I'm just using this as an example. As you can see here are my skills with this set. There's tons of flexibility and a lot of quality of life too. I was able to slot in some extra element resistances, which is super helpful as it gets me more element in my attack without even having to go for dereliction or anything like that. In the background footage, you can see this set with a Thunder Charge blade hitting over 1,000 per file with no dereliction at all, which is just absolutely crazy to me. So hopefully this helps give you guys a good idea and kind of get your creative cogs turning of what you can do with your own augments and mixing in arms and legs to help really make this build even more powerful. So that's all I have for you guys today. You'll definitely want to stay tuned to the channel as I'll be dropping a new Frostcraft build soon with the Velkhana armor. So if that's something you're interested, be sure to hit the like button down below. If you're new here or new to Monster Hunter, or if you find yourself returning to my videos often, I ask that you consider subscribing for more Monster Hunter content just like this. We're going to be covering tons of new sets in the coming weeks using these new skills in Title Update 4. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll definitely want to stick around. But with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a good day and happy hunting.